determinasyon, pagsusumikap, laban, katangiang taglay ng bawat isa sa pagtahak sa landasin sa panahon ng krisis na ating tinatamas, ang pandemyang COVID-19. Determinasyong makapagpatuloy sa mga gawain sa kabila ng mga balakid upang makamit ang minimiting tagumpay sa pamamagitan ng masidhing pagsusumikap at katatagan ng loob, maging ng isipan upang maipanalo ang laban para sa kinabukasan. Mahirap man, hindi ito naging hadlang upang makamit ng mga mag-aaral sa panuroang taong ito ang tinatamasang pagtatapos. Kaya naman, ikinalulugod na inihahayag sa inyo ng Laak Central Elementary School SPED Center ang 2021 Virtual Graduation, kaakibat ang temang Kalidad na Edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Ngayon, tunghayan natin ang prosesyonal ng mga magsisipagtapos, mga guro, at opisyal ng kagawaran ng edukasyon. Femia T. Gamuti, Essc Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Reponte, Chief on School Governance and Operations Division, Alan G. Farnazo, Regional Director, Leonor Magtulis Briones, DepEd Secretary.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagkaw, ay hinatang tulad awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang islang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagin pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng partay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Manalangin tayo sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Salamat tayo.
Itaas po natin ang ating kanang kamay para sa panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino. buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag, na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayan ng makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Davao Region, pinanggang yuta, may bukid apong halabing taas. Haring agilan na sudnong langgang, waling-waling haras sa kamulakan. May ulawan, ug haring durian, lubi ug saging, ugas damian. Yutang gimahal sa Davaoenyo, makugihong mga tao. Ang milangko, mga probinsya, mga dakbayan nagkahiusa, may gituuhan nga Dios. Davao de Oro, Davao Oriental, del Norte Occidental, del Sur, siyudad sa Davao, Panabutagong, Samal Island, Mati ug Digos. Davao Region, gipanalipdan, mga bahanding kinaiyahan, yutang tabunok, daghanang nindot, nga kapanginabuhian. Garbo sa tanan ng Davao Region, among yuta nga gipangga.
Sa bayanihan, iumusa panaghiusa, sa tinuhang may mabiyaan, sa pagtinabangan may kalambuan. Davao de Oro, bahandi mo nakasita, kita sa magputuhan. Davao de Oro, tumuran sa paglaon, sa Davao may lumabos ngayon. Ang kaanya mong mga kaibigan, nalagsaw sa kahitasan, kabukiran sa lumaki sa limahan, bunga sa kadagayan. Di oro yutang saan, may bulawang may paglubag, yuta mong nagmadagayaon, mga anak mong mahigugmao. Ibalik mo sa bayanihan, umusa panaghiusa, sa tinuhang may mabilang at sa pagtinabangan may kalambuan. Davao de Oro, kanino madakita, aron ang lahanan. Davao de Oro, magulawan sa paraiso, sa nakita sa Davaoenyo. Ang kaanya mong kaibigan, nalagsaw
sa ating kagalang-galang na alkalde, sa ating tagapamanihalang pansangay, sa ating tagaugnay na principal pampurok at mga kasamang guro, sa ating punong barangay at mga opisyalis ng barangay, sa mga opisyalis ng PTA, mga panauhin, mga magulang, mga kamag-aral, magandang hapon po. Ngayon po ang araw ng aming pagtatapos, ang araw na pinakahihintay ng lahat ng mga mag-aaral. Alam kong naiiba ang paraan ng ating pagtatapos ngayon, bunsod ng pandemya ang ating kinakaharap. Subalit, natitiyak kong ito po ang isa sa pinakamaligayang araw sa aming buhay. Kami po'y nagagalak sa inyong panonood upang matunghayan ang pagtanggap namin ng diploma at parangal. Inaanyayahan ko po kayong lahat na makibahagi sa aming kaligayahan dahil kami ngayon ay mapapabilang na sa talaan ng mga nagsisipagtapos sa Laak Central Elementary School SPED Center na amin pong ikinararangal. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
In my capacity as school head of Laak Central Elementary School SPED Center, I have the honor to present to you the 81 males, 95 females, a total of 176 candidates for graduation who have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the K-12 curriculum for the school year 2020-2021.
By the power in me vested by the Department of Education as the Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Davao de Oro, and based on the certification of the School Head of Laak Central Elementary School SPED Center, Mr. Ruel E. Vulan, I accept and confirm as graduates the 81 male, 95 female, a total of 176 candidates for graduation who have satisfactorily completed all the requirements of the K-12 curriculum elementary level for the school year 2020-2021. Congratulations!
Mga nagsisipagtapos. Abangan Limuel Dave R. Abelia Dexter R. Andoy Butch Juvie M. Antay Gerald O. Antiola Margin C. Asna J. Mac E. Utur Reynald R. Babatuan Angelo James J. Baga Ronel C. Bagundang Jerry Jr. B. Bangot Jimboy S. Bantugan Kebert Jan T. Barcelo Jover T. Binasahan Jinmar A. Bunsubre Arth Joshua B. Borja Gisrael L. Cabalcar Kian Sander C. Kagang John Dave. Kapilitan Clint Cyril G. Seniza John Lester E. Chavez John Carl W. Chavez Real Jeco A. Kuka Chris Francis Casey C. Corsaba Noel W. Cortez Brint M. Krampatana Rovic L. Daguok Edward James S. Daguok Janelle V. Datulaita Jesse V. De Gracia Jeric B. Debuta Joshua P. De Los Santos Jan Francis A. Devuta Franz Bev C. De Labuan Jazip. Duluhan Prince Edward A. Dorado James L. Dotolio Jonas M. Empalmado Johnson F. Inog Edsel Jade T. Esma Felmar P. Fernandez James Michael P. Fuentes Emmanuel T. Garciano Luisito Jr. A. Javier Rodney M. Herbulingo Raymark John C. Hala Ronildo V. Javier Leo C. Huera Axel C. Lamfangan Cyver James R. Lauron Rail John F. Lavador Nilboy L. Leones Rex B. Lo Chavez Joshua C. Lumaad Clarence J. L. Malayan Kenneth L. Malbas Jezreel T. Malo Jeho S. Navarro Eric Michael P. Neriqua Fretz Raden. Nuyad Christian Noel D. Panal Miguel B. Pargados John Mark M. Pesodas Dante Jr. R. Pumoy Lesser Jade D. Kianzon Lemar F. Reyes Justin R. Ritiza Troy Anzon Dave. Rubilia Amy Son G. Rom Adrian Ratzinger B. Sabaricos Francis Louis P. Sakai James Devon B. Sibugan Raymond A. Singson Raymart A. Soronio Justin J. M. Sumagina Muhammad Razul D. Tahom Marvin James T. Templanza John Ramsey O. Demario Justin Dave C. Tunog Eljan C. Torres Ronnie D. Uyangurian Ivan James C. Ventura Pedro A. Igunia John Chris R. Abelianida Aileen Celine A. Aguilo Whitney Marie C. Albino Lara Wilma D. Altamarino Cathleya V. Ambane Nika D. Ambas Glycerid P. Amparo Jerlin Rose C. Amparo Winalin Joy A. Anadon Rizame A. Andoy Kathleen Jane B. Arukan Alex B. Badong Adela Althea B. Baligwat Beverly Jane M. Barangan Erica O. Barete Romelin B. Benavente Christy M. Bernaldez Jillian A. Besoro Charlene M. Bisnar Catherine M. Brobo Crizil May G. Caballero Marian Ronalyn H. Cabaldera Lawrence T. Kalinis-linisan Jasmine A. Kalipusan Chini B. Camarillo Bea D. Cantero Desijane E. Katigday Ivy Joy B. Sibalios Dimple G. Corosaba Eliza May A. Cutao Princess D. Cuestas Cara Isabel B. Dalit Maria Teresa R. Digamo Ridime B. Donaire J. Love R. Doruha Angel Grace C. Egina Janice G. Escriba Christine E. Estrella Rogeline P. Fajardo Hannah Marie J. Fernandez Fiona Jean D. Forminto RV Princess Maxine T. Gabutero Jenica P. Ganza Rizafe M. Hiniralao Chubby B. Hala Gian V. Javier Lian May C. Jovita Angel May B. Lara Cristile Jean R. Lintuan Mylene C. Luardo Baby May D. Makusang Stephanie Lorraine M. Mapando Liza L. Maraginot Anika Pearl N. Meluria Remeline M. Montajes J.Ann S. Mordino Jennifer C. na parang Abigail B. Oliva Carlami V. Oplimo Jonami An. Pamor Lian Jean J. Pandakupan Aryan B. Pakinol Kristen Joy C. Paraguya Althea D. Pepino Christine C. Pio Michelle Shane T. Plaza Lian May N. Ramones Aljane H. Razo Keith Nicole J. Rugon Lovely Jillian T. Saguran Luis Kate C. Samaon Raquel S. Sarona Lenny S. Sarte Kimberly E. Sirajan Malrian Blair C. Sibugan Ivy May T. Sibugan Kimberly R. Singson Cherise May V. Sinto Ijil L. Sinto Ikate L. Tabingo Angeline M. Tadulan Renalyn R. Tadulan Ricamay R. Talabok Precious A. Tasik Gypsy C. Templanza Princess Joy B. Tarek Angel Joy V. Ticon Angel May E. Tigusan Mary Jean P. Timonio Angel Jean N. Timonio Eliza May. Turla Hearth Natalie A. Orbina Charmel Joy S. Valentin Deji Chris V. Valentin Noemi V. Villanil Lara May L. Ikot Karen Jean C. mga natatanging nagsisipagtapos. Altamarino Cathclea V. May karangalan. Kalinis-linisan Jasmine A. May karangalan. Kalipusan Chini P. May karangalan. Katigday Ivy Joy B. May karangalan. Fajardo Hannah Marie J. May karangalan. Forminto RV Princess Maxine T. May karangalan. Pepino Christine C. May karangalan. Pio Michelle Shane T. May karangalan. Sabaricos Francis Louis P. May karangalan. Tasik Jeffsy C. May karangalan.
Sa ating mahal na alkalde ng bayan ng Laak, kagalang-galang Antonio Eliban, sa tagapamanihalang pansangay ng Davao de Oro, Eufemia Tigamutin, Seso 5, sa ating mabait na punong barangay, kagalang-galang Republic Aituran, sa masipag nating taga-ugnay na Principal Pampurok, Ginoong Ruel Ivilan, sa mga opisyalis ng PTA, mga guro, mga magulang, mga kamag-aral, ganang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Araw ng pagtatapos, tanging araw na pinakahihintay natin lahat. Nagdarama ko ang kaligayahang nag-uumapaw sa bawat puso at damdamin ng kapwa ko nagsisipagtapos sa ngayon. Kahit nasa virtual lamang natin nasasaksihan ang ating pagtatapos, dahil sa pandemya ang ating kasalukuyang nararanasan, ngunit tuloy pa rin ang matagal na nating inaasam. Sa loob ng mahabang paghihirap at pagsisikap upang maabot ang minimithing pangarap. Sa loob ng mahabang araw na pagsusumikap upang masagot ang module at parallel test, ang araw ng pagtatapos ay isang simula ng katuparan ng ating mga pangarap. Bawat isa sa atin ay may kanya-kanyang magiging sa buhay. Bawat may kulang ay may kanya-kanya ring pangarap para sa kanilang mga anak. At ang pagtanggap natin ngayon ng katibayan o diploma ay katuparan at kaligayahan natin nagsisipagtapos ng ating mga guro at higit pa ng ating pinakamamahal na mga magulang. Isang napakalaking karangalan po ang ipinagkaloob sa akin at sa kapwa nagsisipagtapos sa Laak Central Elementary School SPED Center. Kaya't hayaan po ninyong pasalamatan namin ang lahat ng taong naging bahagi ng aming tagumpay. Una sa lahat, pinasasalamatan namin ang Panginoon dahil sa pinagkaloob niyang buhay, lakas at talino upang matuklasan ang kagandahang buhay sa daigdig at madama ang kanyang kadakilaan at pagpapala. Sa aming mga magulang na pinagkakautangan namin ng buhay, sa inyong walang hanggang pagmamahal at pag-aaruga at pagsuporta na walang ibang hangad kundi ang kabutihan ng inyong mga anak. Sa aming mga guro na sila naghasik ng punla ng kaalaman at naghubog sa ating pagkatao at pumunday sa aming talino, sa aming mga kamag-aral at mga kaibigang kapwa ko nagsisipagtapos sa araw na ito na naging kasakasama ng bawat isa sa pagtuklas ng aming mga talento at kakayahan. Sa inyong lahat na sumuporta, pinansyal, pisikal, spiritual o moral man, maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat sa 7 taong pagbabahagi ninyo sa akin ng masaya at makabuluhang buhay sa loob at labas sa paranang ito na kumilala sa aming nagawa at humamon sa aming tagumpay. Mga kapwa ko nagsisipagtapos, ang mga medalya at diploma na ating natanggap ay bunga ng ating pagsusunog ng pilay. Ito'y sagisag ng ating kahusayan at ng ating tagumpay. Ngunit ito ay mananatili lamang dekorasyon kung hindi natin matutupad ang isang pangako. Na mabigyang karangalan ang paranang ito sa loob ng darating pang mga taon sa larangan ng pag-aaral at sa paggawa ng kabutihan para sa kalunan ng sarili nating buhay, sa kapwa, sa bayan at sa buong bansa. Sa paglisan namin sa paranang ito, isang magandang pangako ang aming maiiwan na kami mananatiling kabalikat ng bayan para sa kalunan at kabutihan ng lahat at magiging responsable at mabubuting mamamayan para sa kinabukasan. Sa aming aking pong mahal na paaralan, marami pong salamat at paalam. Sumasa atin nawa ang biyaya ng Panginoon. Sa aming inang paaralan, Laak Central Elementary School SPED Center. Ako'y taus-pusong nanunumpa na gagawin ko ang lahat upang magampanan ang tungkuling nakaatang sa aking balikat. Sa ikadakila ng aking bayan, sa pagtataguyod ng pangkalahatang kapakanan ng sambayanang Pilipino. Pinapangako ko laging bukas ang kalooban at isipan sa pakikiisa sa magandang layuning kinabukasan, alang-alang sa katuparan ng aking mga adhikain, upang ako'y ikararangal ng aking mga magulang, mga guro at aking paaralan. Inihahandog ko ang mataas na paglilingkod na diwang makabansa at higit pa sa lahat sa Panginoong may kapal. Kaya tulungan niyo po ako, Panginoon.
My courtesies to the Provincial Governor of Davao de Oro, Honorable J.B. Dryrun L. Uy, Honorable Vice Governor Maria Carmen Zamora, members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, representatives of congressional districts, Honorable Ruel Peter Gonzaga of District 2, Honorable Manuel Zamora of District 1, municipal mayors, barangay officials, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Davao de Oro, Dr. Romel R. Handayan, Chief of the School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Ruben Riponte, OIC Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Arlene Lim, Education Program Supervisors, District Heads, School Heads of both elementary and secondary schools, public and private, teachers, ALS implementers, parents, graduates, friends, greetings to everyone on this momentous celebration of success. This year's batch of graduates and completers, I believe, is a unique batch of being a group of successful students who victoriously braved the storm brought about by the threats of COVID-19. The country was spared from SARS in 2002 to 2003, from MERS in 2012, but COVID-19 affected all walks of life since early 2020. Our graduates and completers might even have been in crossroads on whether to finish school or wait for the next school year for a lot of different reasons. School year 2020-2021 is a unique year of schooling. For the first time in the history of Philippine education, that the use of different learning modalities have to be massively employed just to make sure that the department continuously delivers education services to its clientele. The Schools Division of Davao de Oro is indeed blessed, for despite the challenges ushered in by the pandemic, its schools and learning centers undoubtedly stood by its mantra of providing quality education services. Sa gitna ng hamong dulot ng pandemya, pinatatag at pinaigting panglalo ng buong sangay ng kagawaran ng edukasyon ng Davao de Oro ang pagbibigay serbisyo sa mga kabataan nito. Hindi matatawaran ng kahit sino ang pagkakabuklod-buklod ng iba't ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan at iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan sa pagtataguyod ng walang puknat na pagdaloy ng serbisyo para sa bawat mag-aaral. Hindi rin nilulubayan ng ating mga kaguruan ang pagsusubaybay sa mga mag-aaral upang masisiguro na ang bawat isa ay nakatatanggap at nakasusumite ng kani-kanilang learning modules at mga kinakailangan upang mabigyan sila ng karapat-dapat na marka. Amidst the challenges brought about by the pandemic, the Department of Education, led by the Honorable Secretary Leonor Martules Briones, manifested resiliency in its own way. With a batch of graduates and completers we have this year, we yield them to the next level of further learning. It is with joy that I congratulate each one of them with their parents, teachers, and school heads who have worked together and blended their efforts into a fabric of success for each of our students. We have been into very difficult situations for varied reasons, but we all experience God's protection in everything that we went through. This shall also propel us to continue kindling the enthusiasm within us to do better each day, raising the bar of excellence in the way we do things, and hold on to the inspiration that we could still be the best of what we can be. May our graduates and completers genuinely share the vision of government on good governance, that as they go through further learning and eventually to the world of work, may each one of them become responsible contributors to the country's development and actively take part in making the Philippines a nation of economic stability, resiliency, and most of all, a nation that deserves the promises of the Almighty God. It is also with sincere appreciation as we acknowledge the immeasurable and unconditional support of the provincial, municipal, and barangay local government units, as well as the offices of the 2 congressional districts of the province of Davao de Oro. The school year that has just ended wouldn't have been this productive and fruitful without their solicitousness and assistance that effectively scaffolded school and office operations. Indeed, healing as one has been a real-life experience for all of us. To our education key players of the Department of Education, with the Regional Director, Dr. Alan G. Farnaso, on the helm, and as we respectively hold fast to the oars of the vessel we are all in, let us, in unison, row the boat safely ashore each year. Psalm 127 verse 1 says, "Unless the Lord builds the house, its builders labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchmen stand guard in vain. Let us, therefore, continuously seek what pleases the Lord, for unless the Lord blesses, our labor would be in vain." To everyone, my warmest congratulations. Looking forward to another great year ahead of us.
It is with my great pleasure and admiration that I convey my best wishes to all graduates, completers, and academic awardees of the school year 2020-2021. Graduation and moving up ceremonies are significant occasions for the graduates and completers, as this mark the milestone of your educational achievement, and it represents the golden times of reaching higher education. May these occasions inspire you to study harder for the fulfillment of your dreams and aspirations. I congratulate you learners for braving the challenges of the basic education program. I can see in your faces the hope of a better future, as you are already armed with skills, creativity, and knowledge. All made possible through your teachers, parents, and stakeholders whose partnership provided you opportunities in all levels to sharpen your mind and to make you learn in an enabling and supportive environment. Finishing the extraordinary school year during these trying times of COVID-19 pandemic is indeed remarkable. To face and accept the new normal landscape of education with hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, learners, and parents in coping with chosen learning modality to most essential educational requirements. Likewise, the support and motivation of parents towards the road to success of their children caused by global health crisis as well as health and safety strict compliance have pitched in to this moment of your graduation and completion. My dear graduates and completers, you have just marked another significant milestone in the quest for excellence. Certainly, more challenges will come on your way, but remember, nothing is impossible if you are determined, committed, and focused because dreams are within reach. My beloved parents, we thank you for your sacrifices in attending to the needs of your children. Your guidance and untiring support have helped build their confidence in themselves. Thank you for being a partner of the DepEd in the implementation of distant learning. My sincere commendations to all school administrators, faculty members, and non-teaching staff for exerted powerful influence in child's development and providing the highest degree of service. Finally, with this celebration of your graduation and completion, it is with pride that you've given the true and special meaning for this school year theme, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Again, congratulations, graduates and completers! Sama-sama tayo sa pagsulong ng edukalidad para sa bata at para sa bayan.
Ang pagpapalakas ng edukasyon sa panahong ito ng pandemya ay talagang isang malaking hamon. Noon pa man ay lagi na nating pinapalakas ang kalidad ng edukasyon, ngunit nahaharap tayo ngayon sa bagong normal kung saan kailangan nating baguhin ang mga modalidad at diskarte sa pag-aaral at pagtuturo. Ang mga ito ay kailangang makatugon sa ating mga pangangailangan. Mahirap, ngunit may dalang saya ito para sa atin. Ang aming minamahal na mga graduates at mga magulang, ang taong pangkasalukuyan ay maisusulat sa ating kasaysayan sa dalawang magkakaibang paraan. Ang isa ay magiging kwento ng katatagan. Ang isa naman ay kwento ng pagtuklas at pagkamalikhain. Hindi mahalaga kung paano natin titingnan ang bawat kwento. Ang mahalaga ay nahaharap tayo sa isang katotohanan na tayo ay may kanya-kanyang kwento ng kaligtasan at tagumpay. Nagkaroon tayo ng isang taon na walang harapan na pakikipag-ugnayan sa loob ng silid-aralan, na ipagpatuloy natin ang pagbibigay ng edukasyon sa pamamagitan ng tulong ng mga module o online instruction o radio and TV-based instruction. Pinupuri ko ang bawat paaralan sa paghahanda ng kanilang learning continuity plan na may mga kahaliling aksyon at solusyon para sa mga nangangailangan ng interbensyon. Ang ating higit sa 1.4 milyong mga nagpatala sa mga pampubliko at pribadong paaralan mula sa kindergarten hanggang grade 12 ay nagbahagi ng kanilang mga kwento ng kagalakan at kalungkutan. Ang ilan sa kanila ay natutuwa na maranasan ang pananatili at pag-aaral sa bahay kasama ang kanilang mga magulang o kapatid, habang ang iba naman ay nalulungkot na hindi nakikita ang kanilang mga kamag-aral at guro. Ang ating higit na 44,000 mga guro ay nagsumikap ng husto upang matyak na walang mag-aaral ang maiiwan. Pinupuri ko ang kanilang mga sakripisyo, pagsusumikap at maraming mga likha. Nagsilabasan ang mga potensyal ng ating mga guro sa panahong ito ng pandemya. Nasaksihan natin kung paano sila naging instant videographers, broadcasters, manunulat, artista, bikers, at marami pa. Napatunayan natin na ang edukasyon ay maaaring magpatuloy anumang oras at saan man, kahit na sa pandemic na nagbabanta sa atin. Binabati ko kayong lahat, mga nagtapos, mga magulang, mga guro, at sa lahat ng mga namumuno sa edukasyon. Sa pamamagitan ng pagtingin sa lahat ng mga hamon na ito bilang mga pagkakataong matuto o lumago, na ipakita ninyo ang inyong katatagan. Ang kagawaran sa oras na ito ay nagagalak na makita kayong lahat na mas matatag. Ang pandemic na ito ay siyang nagkonekta sa ating lahat upang isipin ang kaligtasan at kapakanan ng bawat isa. Naway, patuloy tayong manalangin para sa pagaling. Huwag nating tanggalin ang pag-asa sa ating puso.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so, thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning, and you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So, congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face to face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Buluwanong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Congratulations sa class 2021. Gipahitabo ang atong graduation sa panahon nga dili normal ang tanan. Anaa gihapon kita sa usa ka pandemya nga mihikaw kanato sa daghang butang. Apil na dira ang oportunidad nga makapaso sa stage kauban ang pamilya ug ato ang mga co-graduates. Pero bisan pa man ni ana, congratulations gihapon atong kinasing-kasing nga pagtimbaya ug pag-ila sa tanang mga ni-graduate karong tuiga. Nagbunga na gyud ang inyong kakugi, paningkamot ug determinasyon bisan pa man sa tanang kalisod ug pagsulay sa ato ang kinabuhi. Dili unta nato kalimtan ang mga taong nahimong kabahin sa atong kalampusan. Atong pasalamatan ang atong mga ginikanan, ang atong mga magtutudlo, ang atong mga nahimong higala, ang ato ang mga classmates, ug labaw sa tanan, ang labawng makagagahom nga maoy naghatag kanato og kaalam ug kadasig nga magpadayon. Dili kita mahadlok sa pagsulod sa bagong hugna sa atong kinabuhi. 1,000 reasons may stop, but it only takes a solid yes to make things happen. The pandemic has blown away a lot of opportunities, yet it can also be seen as an accelerator for many things. May you never lose vision when things suddenly shatter. Instead, bounce back stronger. Kung kaya gani nato malampasan ang usa ka pandemya ug mahimo gihapon mananaog, kaya usab nato bisan unsa pang mga pagsulay sa ato ang kinabuhi. Basta magpabilin lamang kitang mapahibsanon, kuyihan, ug adunay pagtuos sa labawng makagagahom. Dream big and leave a good mark everywhere you go. The great journey begins today. Kalampusan natong tanan ang inyong kalampusan. Congratulations sa inyong tanan.
Sa ating pong mahal na alkalde, sa ating ating tagapamanihalang pansangay, sa ating tagaugnay na prinsipal pampurok at mga kasamahang guro, sa ating punong barangay at mga opisyalis ng barangay, sa mga opisyalis ng PTA, mga panauhin, mga magulang at mga kamag-aral. Magandang hapon po. Ang pagtatapos pong ito ay isa sa napakagandang pangyayari sa aming buhay na kailanman ay mananatili sa aming puso at isipan. Sa lahat po ng tumulong upang kami ay makatapos. Sa inyo, aming mga mahal na magulang, mga dinadakila naming mga guro, at sa inyo na nakibahagi ngayon sa espesyal na araw na ito. Isang taos-puso pong pasasalamat sa inyong lahat. Nais din po namin ipabatid ang aming taos-pusong pasasalamat sa lahat ng panuruang nasyonal, regional, lokal, at mga opisyalis ng barangay at PTA, at sa lahat ng tumulong sa ikaunlad ng ating paralan at sa tagumpay ng ika-57 panapos ng palutuntunan sa panuruang taong ito. Maraming salamat.